Okay, so this is going to be our first 2004scape video, I guess. And we are currently doing Shilo Village. So I've actually done Shilo Village up to the point where you need to go kill the boss, but I was really low level and I died, unfortunately. I actually teleported out, but I died on the tick that I teleported out, so yeah, unlucky there. And the biggest annoyance is that I have to go and get all the stuff back for entering the tomb again. And the biggest pain in the ass, I think. So I've already got the locating crystal and the beads of the dead, but I need to go get the corpse back because I need to go get the bone. What is it? The bone shard or something, so I can make the bone key to get actually back in. So I need to go do that. Um, I figured while I'm questing, I can record a video for the first time in a long time. And yeah, I'm just gonna see how video making goes these days. And maybe I can talk a little bit about the server, what I've been up to. So yeah, I need to first figure out where I need to go. I kind of forgot where this thing is, how to get back in there. So I need to go back in the cavern, and I need to go all the way to the. I need to go like inside the cavern. There's like another cave inside the cavern, and go all the way at the end. And I think the gallows is where the corpse is, so I need to go all the way there. Yeah, it's not gonna be fun, but I need to go do that. And this is located. Okay, it's like where the Jokers are, like south of the Crush Glider. Do I need another rope? I might need another rope. Okay, so hold on. Let me go get that first, just in case. I have like too much food anyway. I can go buy some more lobsters. Don't need the chisel anymore. Should be able to buy a rope here. And I need a candle, I think, again, to light it up. So let's light this up. And then let's get a rope. And I need spade as well. Okay, well, shouldn't forget about that. Okay, so let's head over there. Let me conserve my run and take a leisurely stroll there. Oops. Let's turn my sounds on so I can hear when I'm getting attacked. So yeah, Lost City. This is the 2004scape server that everyone has been very excited about. Sometimes I see it on YouTube, but uh, it's got a decent amount of players. I think there's probably about 1,000 people who play total on and off, and there's about 200 active people online at any given moment. I'm in Japan, so right now it's in the afternoon for me, so there's barely anyone on, which is kind of good and bad. It kind of sucks for when I need to trade other people, but when I'm just skilling, it's actually pretty nice because I have usually a world to myself. And yeah, I just haven't really done too much on this server besides some early questing, and I've been mostly grinding thieving. I haven't been doing it so much this week, just pretty busy. And for my AFK, I've just been chopping U's. So got a big stack of U's in the bank, and yeah, that's what I've been doing. But I'd really like to finish 99 thieving. That's what I'm going for. I could stop right now because there's nothing else I can unlock at thieving that is useful at all. But I decided I would go for a nice 99. It would look better on the stats page anyway. And I could also wait. So for anyone who doesn't know, this server is progressing throughout the years. So we're in 2004 right now, but the last 2004 update, yeah, of course I will fail there. The last 2004 update has already um, been released, so we're in the final version of 2004 that the server is going to be in. And 2005 is the first update of 2005 is being worked on right now. So who knows when we might see it? Might be able to see it at the end of the year, 2026 or something, maybe next year. Depends on how much work there is to do, I guess. But yeah, eventually this server is going to enter 2005, and there's going to be a bunch of new content, which I'm really looking forward to. But I figured before 2005 comes around, I want to um, enjoy 2004 as much as possible. And I really haven't played much of the game because I've just been stuck on thieving. And what's the... I think I need to use this first. I've already seen the inside. Okay, so I guess I don't need... Okay. I didn't need that again. Right, that's great. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I have been just thieving locked because if you train your combat past 45, so 46 or higher, you can no longer left click the Hardy Knights, and that is the best method of thieving in the game. Of course, you can still right click thieving, and there's like a method with a cat. You can drop a cat underneath the knight to make it easier to click, but I don't want to go through that. I would just rather have as easy thieving as possible and get it away and done. I don't have near enough time to play to go for something like 200 mil, so I'm just stopping at 99, and it'll probably take me still a couple more weeks to finish it off, but I should have plenty of time before 2005 rolls around. So I want to do thieving to 99, and after that I do that, I want to finish up most of the quests I've been like doing. Eventually just doing Legends Quest as well. That's going to be pretty fun on a 2004scape server. I think Legends Quest is probably the most iconic content out there. I could talk about what kind of updates I'm looking forward to on this server. Oh wow, these guys hit hard. I trained my defense up to like 20 just so I could wear myth armor, but these... Okay, they're level 73. They're a lot higher than I thought they were. I might find something else. But I think, yeah, before I talk about 2005 too much, I'll talk about 2004 a little bit. So 2004 is pretty cool. A lot of stuff is just really, really bare bones and kind of tedious, to be honest. But I'm really liking that. I thought I would dislike a lot of the stuff without QOL, like having to move the camera with the arrow keys. But you get used to it surprisingly quickly. And I mean, this is how I played back in the day, so I guess it makes sense. And having to switch this menu every time I want to run is also kind of just become natural at this point. I don't even really think about it. So yeah, that's if you're worried about uh, missing the quality of life features of old school when you're playing the server, I'd say give it a shot anyway because you get used to things pretty quickly. Human beings get used to a lot of things very quickly, quicker than they might imagine. And yeah, it's kind of just it feels like a properly retro style RPG. A lot of things are just not straightforward. A lot of things are very grindy. There's very little easy escape in this game. I mean, they did add like make X and stuff, but besides that, there isn't really. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to. I think I might. Okay, you know what I might do? I think I'll just teleport out of here and use the gnome glider to get back. I don't want to take a lot of damage. But yeah, there's not a lot of easy escape. Bankers, there's like, I don't think there is a left-click bank in this version of the game. I think even like the bank boost and the bank chest, you have to go through some kind of menu. So even just the little things like that are interesting. And in terms of content, there is actually pretty little in the game. I mean, at the beginning of 2004, there wasn't even Mauritania, no Relica, a lot of no Elven lands. So yeah, but that stuff is out now, so it is expanding a little bit slowly, but it still feels way less than old school. All right, so yeah, for the glider, I have to go to the Grand Tree first. I think this was changed in old school. I don't remember it being like this, but you have to go to the Grand Tree first before you can go anywhere else. Yeah, just little stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And the server is quite authentic. It is definitely the most authentic server out there. There's a lot of people working very hard to make sure all the things were as accurate as possible, as close to as possible as they were in 2004, which is pretty difficult because you have to consider there aren't a lot of videos out there left from 2004 because it was before YouTube. And yeah, there's a lot of screenshots, forum posts, and old wikis that I guess they have to use instead. So if you're interested in that aspect of it, I'd recommend also giving it a look. I'm kind of lost right now. I think I'm way too south. Yeah, this is where you normally come out. I guess I'm not really paying attention. But I got the corpse again. Easier than I thought it would be. Now I have to go bury it in the, what's it called? Taibawani. That village. I have to go bury it there and get the bone shard again. Oh, is there someone? Yep, looks like someone is this a nature recrafter? I think so, because it looks like their animation stalling. So yeah, one thing you can do in this version of the game, which is pretty interesting, is you can use some items to stall your animation, and this has the effect of not using run energy. So you can basically have your run energy usage while you're doing things like rune crafting just by like, spamming an interface like the ring of dueling. So obviously you can't do that in old school. It was fixed eventually. I think it was fixed probably before 2007, 2006, but it's kind of a neat feature in this game. Kind of a nice little loophole. I do use it sometimes, but I'm just kind of too lazy to use it right now. And it's probably better for me to just buy uh, super energy potions and use that while I'm questing, but I just haven't bought any yet. So yeah, I've been rambling a lot. I don't even remember what was going to talk about originally, but I think I was going to talk about my account, so let's do that. I don't really have a lot of plans on this account. I kind of just started playing on a whim a little over a month ago. I think it's been almost a month now, maybe a month and a week since I started playing. I haven't been going too hard, but I have been at least playing fairly consistently, almost every day. Um, yeah, I just kind of want to see where it goes, and I'm kind of just interested in reliving. I guess reliving is not the best word because I didn't play during 2004, 2005, but just experiencing the content as it was back then. I think that's very interesting. And having played this game a while, I do think. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Can I just bury this? Okay, I think I can. But this game is very. I like a lot of the stuff in this version of the game. Actually, I think the graphics are much more consistent art style-wise than OSRS, and I think. Well, I just personally like how the art style is more. I don't know, medieval. It's less fantasy and more just old school medieval style. I also like the balancing. Like skilling is actually useful in this version of the game because there's no other way to get a lot of resources. So skillers are people whose skill for items are very much in demand. Okay, so I think how do I convert this to bone key? Do I use a chisel? Okay, so I have to do it in front of the tomb. So let's go get the chisel back. I probably shouldn't be talking while I'm questing this. It's very distracting, but yeah, I think this game is just a lot more balanced. A lot of skilling just actually has a purpose in this game, and also if you don't like skilling, you don't have to do skilling because there's no achievement diaries, there's no like really high level quests, there's no content locked behind anything that has a really high skilling requirements. You kind of just go on your own little path and do whatever you feel like doing. If you want a PVM, if you want a PK, and if you like skilling, well, you can make some good money doing it, depending on what you do. Okay, actually, I didn't need to be in front of the two. I can just make the bone key right here. That's good. That means I can get more food. I think it might be a good idea to bank. Get rid of my strength enemy because I can't use it. And then I have like a plan. I kind of am bringing a mage and melee setup just in case magic isn't that effective. I think it is going to be effective because what I looked it up on the wiki and he has level 0 magic, so even in full myth I should probably be able to hit him. And with this armor I should be able to tank enough on a full invent of food. So that's my plan. And if that doesn't work, I can switch to melee to do a bit more damage, hopefully. And I also have my Iron Dagger poisoned, which I got from rogues, thieving rogues. And hopefully the poison helps me out as well. I really just want to do this quest so I can unlock fishing, fly fishing in Shilo Village. I want to do that until I can unlock the fishing guild, and then I guess after I unlock the fishing guild, I'll just use that as my AFK. But I think the fish I get from early fishing, early fly fishing, I'll use for early cooking levels, and I guess I'll just use that food for thieving. That's kind of why I'm doing it now. That's why I'm taking a break from thieving right now to do it, because if I'm going to end up with a lot of low-level cooked food, it might be wise to use it during thieving, is my thought. Up until now, I've just been buying lobsters, and I've spent quite a bit on lobsters, so it might not be the best thing to do at this point in the account. I'm not super tight on money. I have some money, and I have things I can sell, but I think being frugal in this version of the game might be a good idea because, yeah, no alts in this game. Forgot to mention, you have to make all the money you need yourself. So yeah, this is the bank. I don't think yeah, I haven't showed it yet in this video, but nothing too much, just some GP. I have some rune essence. I actually mined all of this because I thought I was going to do rune crafting straight away, but I decided to hold off until I unlock glories, which, yeah, I'm locked behind Hero's Quest, which is locked behind thieving, so that's where I'm at. And this stack of arrows, I've just been buying it every time I thieve a full invent of knights. I run down to the shop, and uh, if the shop is fully stocked, you can get 500 arrows at a time. And since they're pretty cheap compared to what's on the marketplace, I just buy all of them. So yeah, there is a marketplace here. Markets. It is pretty cool. I guess I can show it. So yeah, people just put their buy and sell offers here, and it's really convenient. I mean, you really don't need a grand exchange in this game, is my opinion. I think the grand exchange is not good. I think this is a much better way of doing things. Of course, back in the day, people used forums, but I think this is just a little bit more convenient than forums. It's a bit easier to see what the prices of items are, so I don't really mind it. People could say it's inauthentic, but I think this is outside of the game, so not really a point of discussion. Yeah, I also been thieving the gem stall, which is why I have these gems just piling up. You get mostly sapphires, but occasionally you get some emeralds, and I've only gotten ruby twice, and still no diamonds, so hoping I get at least one or two on the way there, on the way to 95. I also was chopping willows in Draenor for quite a while, which is why I have a lot of willow longbows that I use to train fletching. Here's my U-log stack, which I'm hoping to get it to at least 5k, but who knows, maybe I'll switch to magics at some point. Just a bit more AFK and a bit more GP. Vials I've also been buying from that shop. This is really looking nice. Even if I don't use all these, I can sell these for a decent amount of money, so some good money making method on the side. And yeah, there's really nothing else in the bank. I mean, I have a little bit of herbs that I've picked up, and just some junk that I need to clean out eventually when the bank gets too full. So yeah, I guess we can go try and do the quest here. I think my invent is pretty much set up. I need the bone key to get in, and I think I need the locating crystal. I couldn't find this on the wiki if I actually need it or not, and I'm not sure if I need the 3 bones again to get in there. I think you need to use the bones on the door, so it's kind of painful to use 3 invent slots on that if I don't actually need it, but It does not say on the wiki if I need it. I guess I could try reading the source code because that's available, but yeah, it's kind of. I tried doing that, and it's a bit hard to understand. I'm just not that familiar with rune script, so I guess I'll find out. So we need 3 slots for bones, and what else? I always forget something when I'm questing. I think that's it. So yeah, I think I need a locating crystal as well. I think I need the bone shard. Oh, I definitely need the bone key, sorry. Um, yeah, I guess we'll just go for it. Alright, let's send it. I don't really need an energy potion. I don't think it's good to. I need to waste any event slot on that. Rather have food. And I need to get some bones. It's an easy way to get some bones around here. I don't think there are many low-level NPCs. Maybe I could kill the pirates in Brimhaven for 3 bones. That might be something. I don't think I can kill the monkeys because they drop monkey bones, which are, yeah, different. Okay. I could probably, I don't think I need all this GP, but I'm gonna buy some more food if I happen to use some killing pirates. Okay, so let's kill some pirates. Hold on, make sure I'm on. Yeah, there are some gotchas in this server or in this version of the game. Whenever you log out and log back in, for one thing, your move speed is always set to walk, and your attack style is always set to accurate. So I accidentally leveled up attack from 41 to 42. I didn't mean to. I want to keep my combat level as low as possible. It's not a big deal right now, but I need to be aware of that. These guys have some defense. Okay, there is the last set of bones that I need. And I gotta walk all the way over there. I don't want to use my run energy because I have to run through the cavern. Um, yeah, I guess while I'm doing that, I can talk about some other stuff. Um, yeah, my first impression, I guess, of the server was just that, I don't know, it's, I had actually tried, another server. I think there was like a 2005 server a couple of years ago that was available. It's not available anymore. It got taken down, I think, for some reason. And so, obviously, one of the concerns about this server is that, well, wouldn't this be taken down as well? And it's a question that comes up quite frequently in like YouTube comments or in the Discord. But most people seem to think that Jagex probably won't touch the server because it doesn't have very many players. It is not monetized at all. In fact, the server owner just pays out of pocket for the servers. I think they accept some kind of donations, but it's probably not enough to cover the server cost even. Oh yeah, there's really very little financial incentive for Jags to come after this. It's not really stealing that many players or attention. And I think even XModMatK was streaming it live, and so I'm very sure that Jagex knows about the server, and they just choose to do nothing. And the argument is also that even if the server were to be taken down, everything about the server is open source, pretty much. So someone could just make a new server, and you can also transfer your save data to play offline as well, which is very interesting. I have been thinking about trying to play this offline, but I think ultimately I prefer playing on a server with other people, even if I choose to do something like an Iron Man. Guess I have to go north here. So obviously, if you want to play true Iron Man, you could just play on a server with no other people. You could just play on your local computer. I need to be careful here. Probably should have eaten something before coming here. Bought some food. But yeah. Yeah, if your progress won't be lost is essentially, I guess, the argument here. So I don't know. Maybe some people are fine with that. I value progress on the live server more than having just the beta. Oh god. Okay, so, whoa. I'm very lost. I think it's somewhere around here. Maybe I should actually use the loading key crystal. Okay, is this actually gonna hurt me? Oh man. I think it's like over here. There, there's like a picture of it. Hold on, I need to figure out where this is. I went too far north. I've come up to the beach here. Uh, but yeah, I value progress. Oh, there it is. I value progress on the live server more just because it's like a shared instance that I can't manipulate on my own. Like I could, if I was playing on offline, I could just change my data. Well, I wouldn't change my data, but um, I don't know. Just single player games just feel less satisfying. How do I get in here? Oh, I can just walk around. Okay. Ooh, okay. Do I need the bone key to get in here? Yes, I do. Oh man, I need to wait for my run energy to restore. So yeah, you can always play this offline, which is definitely an option. But I think probably a more realistic scenario is that someone exports all the save data here and someone else just starts the server again in a different place. That's it's kind of gonna just be a game of whack-a-mole if someone, not someone, if Jagex wants to take it out. So I think it's pretty unlikely that Jagex will even come after the server, but if that is a concern, I guess there is always that escape route. So yeah, I after and also seeing other people play it on YouTube, like there's a couple YouTubers that play the server pretty actively. Um, I guess it just made me wanted to try it out for myself, and yeah, I got hooked pretty much immediately. It's actually probably the most fun I've had in a version of RuneScape in quite a while. Um, so yeah, I guess I could talk about old school as well, what my plans with that, because I have a lot of unfinished stuff on old school. Last I was playing old school, I was mostly focusing on my ultimate, and I was going for 200 mil fire making, be a winter taunt. I was at 167 million, I think, so almost done. And it is very tempting to go back and finish that, but I haven't played old school for I think almost over 3 years now, and there's been so much content added to the game, and a lot of stuff has changed, including pretty like I don't know. I heard a lot of stuff got rebalanced, especially with like agility and low level skilling content. So I'd have to go relearn all that probably, and it just feels more satisfying right now to play this. So I guess I'm just gonna focus on this for the foreseeable future. But if I ever get bored or I decided to play OSRS again on the side, I think I probably will go ahead and finish 200 mil fire making on the ultimate. I heard it's a bit easier to do now because um, I don't think you take as much damage from the winter tot anymore. I don't think it scales on your hit points anymore. Possibly. Maybe I'm mistaken about that. I don't really know. I saw a little bit of it in a YouTube video recently, and it looks pretty different. You have like a rewards pile that you pull from instead of getting crates every time. So it'd be definitely easier to do as an ultimate. I don't have to do 1 hour sessions every time, which is yeah, gonna be actually really good for me. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff on old school that I just don't really like, so I guess if I decide to put up with it and play it again, I probably will, but I think I like this version of the game a bit more right now. There's very few things that I uh, don't like on this version of the game. I think probably, I think if I had to name two things, it's would be Shopscape for like runes and arrows, and also uh, thieving. I think thieving is kind of very boring. Like the meta is just spam clicking knights. It gets a lot better in 2005, in my opinion, when blackjacking comes out, and eventually Pyramid Plunder will also come out. So I think that makes it a bit more varied. Blackjacking is a bit higher XP per hour, and it takes more effort. So it's a good balance, in my opinion. Plunder, I'm not too sure about. I haven't really done much Plunder ever, so. But I think it's nice to have an alternative. And also for Shopscape, like I said, it's kind of annoying that the best way to get runes and arrows is just buying them from shops. Hopping this version of the game isn't that fun either, and I don't think it really should be a core mechanic. It would be nice if rune crafting was balanced a bit more, so that it was worth it to train rune crafting on lower level runes that would come into the game a bit more. But as it is right now, basically people just camp shops and sell them on the market, which is, yeah, not really great in my opinion for game balancing. Okay, so I think I have enough run energy to make it to the boss, so I will go for it. Oh great, I fell. Okay, only one damage. I have to be careful here because this is a multi-combat area. Yeah, if you spam the ring of dueling right there, like that, you can stall your run energy drain. But you have to kind of be careful. There's like a... If you let the interface come up, it will actually stop your character, so you have to be careful about that. Okay, so let's see. Can I enter? No? Okay, so I didn't need the bounce, alright. So I did kill the first form, so I'm curious to see if the first form comes back. I have to kill it again, or if I can just start from the second form. I actually don't remember what the first and second form look like, so. The first form is a zombie, probably, and the second one is a skeleton, and it looks like the third one is a ghost. So if I get a skeleton, I'm gonna have a bit easier time killing this boss. Gonna choose spell, firebolt. I really should get my magic up because it's very inconvenient having low magic in this version of the game, as I can't use like RD teleport, Camelot teleport. Yeah, there are very few ways of getting around the game in this version, so every teleport makes a huge difference. All right, let's go for it. Oh yeah. Okay, nice. I just need to kill him as a skeleton and then as a ghost. Oh boy. I am still taking damage. I think magic is going to be the way to go. Let's see. But I'm doing way better than I did last time. Roll 10. Okay, I think this is going to be a cakewalk actually. I was probably worrying about this a bit too much, but having 20 defense and full myth definitely helps. To eat up. Okay, he does hit me sometimes. Okay, wow. But I think we're going to be okay. So yeah, also in this version, I don't think I mentioned it, but you cannot safe spot him. So yeah, old school confirmed, easy escape. I'm not sure when he became safe spottable, but it's probably definitely an unintentional update, I think. Oh boy. Can I take 8 with Carl ones in this version? Oh yeah, you can. That's great. That's actually really good. Nice. Probably just one more hit. Okay, I actually, oh, okay. Let's maybe poison him. Can I poison the ghost? Oh man, I feel like I can't poison the ghost. I feel like I can't poison the ghost. I'm not sure how poison works actually, now that I think about it. Is it confirmed poison if I get a hit off? Probably not. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, okay, he's poisoned. Wow. I didn't think you could poison a ghost, but apparently you can. Oh boy, boy. Uh, get around there. Oh man, I suck at this. This is why I don't PVM. Okay, but he is taking damage. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna let poison take his health down. Yeah, I probably could kill him with my current event of food, but it might be a bit close, so I'm just gonna let poison do a bit more damage. It's crazy that this is doing 4s though. This is just a regular poisoned iron dagger. That's actually really good. I think this is going to be very helpful for a lot of bosses where I'm a bit low level. But probably after I finish thieving, I'll just get high combat anyway, so not too worried about it. I don't think I've talked too much about 2005 yet, so I guess I'll talk about 2005 a little bit. There's people who make videos and actually go in depth on what's coming out, but I'll just say that there's a lot of stuff coming out. I think there's for one, Throne of Miscellanea, there is Desert Treasure, there's Farming, there is Slayer. So not in that order. So I think Slayer comes out. Slayer, Miscellanea. Miscellanea comes out first, then it's Slayer. Then somewhere towards the end of the year is Farming, but I think we get Master Farmers and Seed Stalls before that. Yeah, so a lot of big updates, of course. 2 new skills in 2005. That's pretty crazy. And I think farming is going to be really good because just having another way of getting access to herbs in the game is going to be huge. It's just going to increase the herb supply and make herblore a little bit more viable to train. I mean, it's not unviable to train right now, but it's definitely very, very expensive. I think the GP per XP is pretty crazy right now. And it won't be a huge difference with farming because I don't think there's a way to protect patches and you get a lot fewer herbs per patch, I believe. But even so, just having an extra source of herbs in the game other than Chaos Druids will be absolutely massive. I think the Chaos Druid method is probably not the best one. Like the fact that you just need to kill a lot of a specific monster to get the resources to train a certain skill is pretty unbalanced. So I think farming is definitely a good addition. As for Slayer, I'm kind of mixed on it. I think it's going to be kind of cool because it's a pretty slow skill and it's also just I think it has a purpose in the game. It just makes you kill monsters in the game that you probably wouldn't otherwise, and it has some cool unlocks like the Abyssal Whip, and yeah, other Slayer specific monsters. I'll probably save most of my combat, I guess, for when that comes out. But it's going to be pretty cool to do. It's going to be pretty interesting, at least, to do Slayer without all the quality of life that old school has. There's not that many canon tasks, I believe, and also there's no way to tutorial skip. I don't think there are skips in general on release. Not sure, but yeah. Like I said, I'm very interested in just trying out content as it comes out. I haven't tried out much content in this game yet due to my thieving restriction, but some stuff I want to try doing is like Shades of Morton. I want to do clues actually as well. I've done a couple easies and gotten a couple uniques, but I'd like to do some mediums and hards for that. Yeah, Ranger Boots and Robin Hood. It'd be really cool to pull that. There's also Gilded that was added, and it would be amazing to get a Gilded Beast. Right, I think it's taken quite a bit of damage, so let's see if I can kill it. Might be better to just do magic. Could also try repoisoning it. I'm not sure if the poison damage decreases over time. If that's what's happening, or if I'm just getting unlucky. Oh, it despawned. Oh man, that's bad. If you take too long to kill it, it just despawns. That sucks. Oh man, I think it's full health as well. Oh shit. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Oh boy. Oh man, come on. Land a hit, please. I might actually not be able to kill it because man. I will definitely be able to get it the next time though, because it's just on this last form. And I got a genie. Okay, it's poisoned. Okay, I need to kill it a bit faster than I am right now. Let's kill it. Oh boy. Get some good hits. Oh, 12 is really good. Oh, 8 is also really good. And there's poison. Okay, I think I easily got it. There's also hit points level. Which is gonna be nice for thieving, having higher hit points. Okay, that might be it. No. Okay. Is that the end of the quest? Or do I need to take it to someone? I think I need to take it to someone. Okay. I think I can leave now. Oh man. There's the boss fight done. That's the hard part of the quest out of the way. Um Teleport out towards King. I'll leave from where you entered. I'm definitely teleporting out. Go back to the tomb of Baravis. Oh, okay. So I need to go back to that dolmen and place his remains there. Awesome. Let's go for it. Alright, so yeah, I need to unequip the Ring of Dueling to actually use it. That's an interesting thing, little quirk. You can't use the teleports from this equipment menu. But yeah, almost done with the quest. Let's go get that done. And this video has gone on very, very long. Probably wasn't that interesting, uh, but yeah, if you did enjoy watching, thank you. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna make more videos in general. This is kind of just a one-off thing, I feel. But if I decide to make another video, I will probably not do it very regularly. I'll probably just do it very infrequently. Okay, I think I'm going too far south again. I think I need to go up north. Oh man, please don't poison me. I'm very scared. I'm gonna go past Jiminua's jungle store, so I could buy some anti-poisons, but I'd rather just not get poisoned. Dying in this game. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, dying in this game is super brutal. If you're dying anywhere outside of like Lumbridge or Drainer, you basically will not have time to get back to your stuff because um, it's a 2 minute timer before all your stuff despawns. So I've already wiped a couple of times on this server. I mean I wiped I sort of wiped after my first attempt and I teleported out and I died. Oh god, did I get poisoned? No? I think it says in the chat box if you get poisoned, so I think I got really lucky there. But yeah, it's kind of sucks when you wipe and you lose a bunch of items. So this is actually my third attempt doing this quest. So that first attempt, I ran out of food when trying to kill the boss. I teleported out, but the boss hit me as I teleported out, and yeah, I died. I think I teleported to Varrock and I died in Varrock. But luckily, I was able to get back to Varrock to pick up my stuff. But all this stuff, it despawns if you drop it on the floor or die, and I had to go get it back. And then on my second attempt, I was getting all this stuff back, but I had really low hit points when I was trying to climb out of that cave on that island. And yeah, like an idiot, I just tried climbing up with like 2 hit points, and I failed, of course, and I died right there. And yeah, I lost a bunch of runes and armor and stuff, so I kind of rage quit a little bit. I decided to just go back to thieving. And yeah, now I'm finally getting around to finishing this damn quest and unlocking Shilo Village because I could keep woodcutting, but I think right now it would be just slightly better to it would be slightly better to get some fishing and cooking out of the way. Okay, so what do I need here? I was just gonna buy an anti-poison, I think. Actually, let me buy a couple because I think there are some other places in the game where you can get poisoned, and I want to be prepared for that. Just have a anti-poison in my bank. Yeah, definitely would not like to wipe on this account again if possible. I'm sure I will. Like, I'm sure I'll just get careless and die, but yeah, hopefully I'm not holding too many items at that point in time. Okay, finally made it back to the island, and I want to show the little neat trick that's only in this version of the game, and it also has to do with item, uh, what is it? Using items to create an interface to solve some kind of action. So normally when you're running across this bridge, I think what happens is around the middle, your agility level gets checked, and there's a random chance based on your agility level to fall over. And this is usually pretty annoying, but actually, if you are spamming interface like the Ring of Dueling, uh, I think the interface pop-up gets priority over that check, so that by the time you're finished running over, um, you're no longer on the bridge. So you can essentially just skip this. You can do this in a couple of different places in the game. I think you can also do an underground pass for some of the traps. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I think you can do it for, it's like I don't think it's a maze, but it's like a bunch of trapdoors in underground pass. If you step on the wrong one, you fall into a pit of spikes. For that area, it's usually pretty annoying because every path is randomized per player and you have to remember it. You have to figure it out by trial and error, but you can use the Ring of Dueling to get over there. You can also use Mithril Seeds, which is another option. Um, yeah, just some old school jank that I kind of like. Let's run over here and finish that quest. Yep, so just like that. Uh, I have never actually failed this obstacle yet, so be nice. And this won't be the last time I come over here because eventually I'll have to do Type 1 trail, but until that day, I'll have to come back here for a while. Okay, so here is the quest completion, I believe. I think they moved the dolmen as well. I think is it might be just be my memory being bad. I think the dolmen was like over here. It was like against the wall. I think it was like there was a bit more rubble around here, if I remember correctly, which I might not be. Okay, so let's use this on this. Ooh, okay. I think yeah, they changed the appearance of a lot of the NPCs in old school. Actually, probably not in old school, probably like 07. But I kind of like the old graphics. Okay, there we go. So yeah, the old quest completion screens, they didn't show anything other than quest points, but you do actually get like XP rewards. Nice, 34 crafting, rubies, and ruby rings. Awesome. Let's put on some music. I probably should have been putting on music, but I think it would just distract me a bit, even more than I was already. Let's get out of here. So yeah, this is actually where I died on my second attempt. I fell just like that, and because I had only like 3 hit points, I just planked. It's not a fun way to go. That's why I definitely could never play a hardcore. I'm way too careless. Okay, we've safely gotten out of here. So I guess I'm basically done. I guess to wrap up, I can go to Shilo Village and take a look around. I think Shilo Village is pretty much exactly the same as it is in old school, apart from the fact that since Slayer isn't out, there is no Slayer Master, and there might be a couple of other differences, but they have the gem rocks and everything, so that's also nice. If you need a lot of gems, that might is probably the place to go. Man, I can't wait to be a higher combat level so I don't get attacked by these guys. I do eventually, yeah, one of my goals on this service, I want to do rune crafting because it's really fun, I think, to just do old school rune crafting in a version of the game where that's actually meta. In 2005, Abyss is going to come out, and that's basically going to become meta for rune crafting. But before that, I do want to try out some nature rune crafting as much as possible. And I want to do it, you can do it right now. If I had the level, I could do it right now. But I don't really want to do the shop method, where you just unload your essence to the shop and walk back and forth. I want to do the gnome glider with dueling rings and glories method, just because it's a bit faster, and I think it looks kind of fun. So yeah, I have to go all the way back up to the cart driver, and I have to go to Shilo Village. I'm actually not too sure if you can enter Shilo Village without using the cart driver. I think you can, but you have to like go through the zombies that are at the gate, and that's probably pretty annoying. It's also just a long walk to get there. Also, I think that I'm not sure if the cart driver is actually changed in old school, but I think he charges a different amount of GP every time, so that's kind of an interesting little mechanic. It's also apparently faster to go through his dialogue every time rather than use the right click travel, because his right click travel or whatever, it has apparently more dialogue than just talking to him normally, which is pretty funny. Yeah, I like a lot of that weird jank that's in old school. Or not in old school, in this version of the game. Actually, where is he? I thought he was around here. Okay, there he is. I don't think they moved him. I think I'm just not remembering where he was. So yeah, there's a board travel card here, but I don't think it's faster than just talking to him. So I'm gonna talk to him. I was thinking it's cheaper. Okay, it looks like I got a little bit unlucky. I think the max you can charge is 200, I feel. And let's see what happens if I talk to him again. Maybe he charges the same. Maybe I'm just making that up. Is it maybe random per time of day or something? I don't know. I'll have to look that up later. But let's go to Shilo Village. Go. Nice. We are in Shilo Village. Oh my. So this is where I'm going to be for a while I'm AFKing. I'm going to be fishing and collecting some trout and salmon so I can cook that, eat that during thieving. Also got a nice general store here. Still has a lot of the same stuff as the jungle one. But as you can see, people, instead of banking, they often just sell their salmon trout. I think it's a bit faster to do that. And obviously it's you don't have to drop it, so more AFK. There's also a furnace here, which is the closest furnace to a bank, but you have to pay 20 GP, I think, every time to use it. So a little bit annoying. There aren't any coffers or anything in this game yet. I think the first coffer that comes out is actually Miscellanea. But yeah, all those quality of life features are not in old school, so pretty funny. Yeah, its price is probably pretty good, but I guess I don't know. You'd have to factor in losing an event slot to the coins. I think you can sell the quest items. Oh yeah, I think I can get the Baravis notes back if I have paper, papyrus, and charcoal. So let me see if I can get that back by using it. Because after the quest, you can sell the quest items for a bit of GP, which I want to try doing. Oh, but I do think if you want to, there's like a thing where you can help other people if you still have the Beads of the Dead. You can basically walk between them and the boss and just help them safe spot it, which is, I think, mostly useful for like level 3s and low level accounts, but it's something you can do. Oh, and there's someone here at the gem rocks. So yeah, you can actually get in here as level 3, so I did train combat to do this, but I think if you I'm not sure what the method is because I don't think poison would do enough damage fast enough. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. Maybe there's some trick to defeat the boss while you're level 3. Um let's see. Beads of the Dead. See if I can get the notes back. I cannot. How do I get the notes back? I think I have to talk to Trifudis. Is his name? So I might do that later. But I definitely don't need the locating crystal, so I'll go ahead and sell that. Oh, maybe I should bank this, because I think it'll auto sell to him. Oh, but no, okay. I'm good. I just use it on him, I think. It's a great locating crystal. He says, like, locating crystals are just a normal item you see every day. Interesting bed there. It looks pretty rough to sleep on. Yeah. Do I... What do I do? I keep the bone key. I sell it. I don't really need the GP. I guess I just consider selling it when I run out of bank space. I'll keep it for now. But yeah, I don't need the locating crystal. Anyway, let's take another little bit more of a look around. There's some sand here. What is this? Is this a sand pit? This looks like a large pile of sand. So yeah, maybe you can get buckets of sand here. I'm not sure. I feel like actually that is a thing, maybe. Um, I forgot what's up here. There's like I think there's an inn you can sleep at. I think in classic this actually so in classic you had to sleep in a bed or like a sleeping bag to restore your fatigue or something. And this used to be one of those places you could do that. I don't think it has a use anymore. Buy a pack of 5 dorm tickets. Buy a night's rest. I'm curious to see what happens. So does it restore your hit points? You get a ticket. Allows you to rest in luxurious Paramire Inn. I don't think you can actually do anything with this. So it's just a useless item. That's pretty funny. I'm not sure what I'm not sure how this is in old school. Maybe they changed it so that it actually has a purpose, but I don't think it has a purpose in RuneScape 2. And they switched from classic because they got rid of fatigue. And I think the place where Duradol is going to be at is not in the game yet, maybe? Because he's in like maybe he's like over here, I guess. But yeah, Shilo Village, pretty cool place. I like Karamja, it's one of my favorite areas in the game. I don't know why. It's just a very distinct place with a lot of interesting content, in my opinion. But yeah, I think I've been talking long enough. This video's gotten really long. Been going just about an hour. Yeah, if you actually watched all this, thank you. And I guess I will see you in the next one, whatever that one is. Bye bye.